Hello everyone, this is part 22 of What If Naruto Came Back to Claim His Family's Name, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. So, this is the guy, asked Naruto as he looked into the cell to see the man who had attacked his daughter. He was tied up in a maximum security cell 50 feet underground in the Anbu jail. Seals were all over the room, preventing him from using chakra. The only way out was by getting through the solid steel door, past the 4 elite Anbu guards right outside the door, and then to fight his way up to the surface. Yes, sir, said the Anbu agent. Shino, drop the, sir, requested Naruto. Sorry, but I can't do that when I am on the job, said Shino. Okay, then, said Naruto as he turned to leave. Shino, I don't want him going anywhere. Yes, sir, said Shino as Naruto walked out of the prison, only to find the only person he didn't want to see. There is something you want from me, Chooser Akamaiki? Asked Naruto. I am wondering, said Chooser. Who are you holding? That is my concern, said Naruto. As a council member, I demand that you tell me, said Chooser. Who are you holding? If you're so interested, we are holding a grass-missing nin who attacked one of our teams, said Naruto. Is it not true that the only reason that you are holding his man is because he almost killed your daughter? Chooser asked. Akamaiki, if you already knew that they attacked my daughter's team, then you would know that he almost killed one of our ninja, and that he is an S-rank missing nin, said Naruto. That ninja that almost S was your daughter, said Chooser as Naruto started to walk away. If it was, I wish she would have S. In an instant, Naruto was in Chooser's face. What kind of son of a b are you, wishing for a parent to bury a child? Yelled Naruto. One trying to get revenge for his child's death, said Chooser. Chooser, Chuji is the one who tried to kill Sasuke. Ino defended another person she loves, said Naruto. There is no one to get revenge on. No, she killed the person she loves. The Uchiha brainwashed her into being his slave, said Chooser. She was supposed to date my son, supposed to become Ino Akamaiki, and I was supposed to have grandkids. Chooser, Chuji was my friend, but Ino chose for herself, and it drove your son to try to someone, said Naruto. My son is not a mayor, he is buried in a place of honor, said Chooser. Only because Tsunade allowed it. She wanted to charge you son, and she had the evidence to get your son convicted as a mayor. If he had been convicted, his body would have been given to bugs to feast on. It was Sasuke who convinced her not to charge your son, said Naruto. So remember this, Chooser, it was Sasuke who let you bury your son to begin with. With that, Naruto disappeared in a flashback to his house. It had been only a day since his daughter had returned with the man who had almost killed her. He appeared by the front door to his house and walked into the smell of Sakura baking some food. They had decided to have a little get-together, just them and the Uchiha. Hell, they are more like family than friends, thought Naruto as he walked into the kitchen to see Sakura with her back to him and the table covered with food. Don't touch the food, Naruto-kun. Not till everyone is here, said Sakura without looking to see who it was. I won't, Sakura-chan, said Naruto as he bypassed the food and walked up to his wife. Naruto-kun, I could sense something was making you upset. What was it? Asked Sakura. It was when Chooser Akamaiki said that he wished that I knew what it was like to lose a kid, growled Naruto. Sakura's hand tightened around the wooden spoon, snapping it in two. He said that, growled Sakura as her blood began to boil. He wanted one of our children S. I know, Sakura-chan. That was my reaction. I had to stop myself from killing him right there, said Naruto. I don't think I could, said Sakura. He threatened our lives and our family, he deserves to S. God knows I agree with you, Sakura-chan, but if I had killed him, it would only prove his point about the evils of the Namikaze clan, said Naruto. Naruto-kun, I personally don't know how you can have practiced from that man. He has asked you to put Ino and Sasuke on trial for years and yet you never yell at him, said Sakura. I had practiced, said Naruto as he moved behind his wife and hugged her. I waited for you, I can deal with some foolish old man. Naruto-kun, not a day goes by that I don't wish I found you sooner, said Sakura as she spun around in Naruto's arm to face him. Don't worry about the past, Sakura-chan, now is what matters, said Naruto. They started to kiss. However, just as they started, kissing, a pot boiled over. We will pick this up later, said Sakura as she went back to cooking. Well, I am going to go take care of our foxes, said Naruto as he walked out to the kennel now full of foxes. He only left for a few minutes before Kushina walked into the kitchen. Hey, Mom, can I ask you a question? Asked Kushina. You already did, but sure, ask away, said Sakura. The man whom we fought said that he was a Haruno, said Kushina. Isn't that the same clan you were from before you married Dad? Yes, I was a Haruno, said Sakura. That man appears to be my cousin. So if he is your cousin, then why is he a grass ninja? Asked Kushina. Because my mother was from the enemy clan of the Haruno. When she married my father, they fled to Konoha, said Sakura. As such, I never meet any of my other family members. I see, said Kushina. So he is the first one you ever saw from your old clan. I haven't seen him, and I don't plan on it, said Sakura as Kushina looked at her mother. Mom, you are the last bit of family he has, said Kushina. And he almost killed you. Sorry, but it will take a lot for me to forgive him, said Sakura as Kushina nodded her head. I understand your point, Mom. But how can he have a chance to get your forgiveness if you won't see him? Asked Kushina. Sakura smiled. Kushina, you have my brains and your father's heart, said Sakura. Tell you what, I will go see him and see what he has to say, okay? But I make no promise on forgiving him. Well, at least you're giving him a chance, said Kushina. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I'll get it, said Minato. He ran to the door and was followed by his brother, Altair. No, I'll get it, said Altair. They were running to the door when they both slipped on the floor, causing both of them to crash into the wall before falling onto the floor. Sakura and Kushina just looked at the two boys laying on the ground before breaking out laughing. Meanwhile, Naruto appeared by the front of door, already knowing who it was. He opened it to find Sasuke and his family standing there. Welcome, said Naruto. He stepped aside for Ritsuo and Shun Uchiha to run past him to join the best friends who had finally gotten up from the floor. As soon as they meet up, the four of them ran toward the backyard. Sometimes I think your boys are a bad influences on my and Ino's boys, Naruto, said Sasuke before Ino elbowed him in the gut. Sasuke-kun, kids will be kids, said Ino as the rest walked in. Soon, everyone was doing their own thing. Saya and Rei were playing in the sandbox. Ino and Sakura were messing around with food. The boys were sitting in their tree house that they built when they were 6 in the large tree. Liz and Kushina were talking up a storm while Fugaku was throwing kunai at a dummy on the field. Naruto and Sasuke were both watching Fugaku practice. So, Kushina, how was having my brother on top of you like? Asked Liz as her friend started to blush. Yeah, I knew it, you liked it. I did not like it, protested Kushina. We loved it, yelled Ina Kushina as she pumped her fist in the air. Yeah, right, said Liz as she lifted her drink and drank some water. I would bet it has been in your dreams every night since. It has not, said Kushina. I can't stop thinking about it, even when I am awake, said Ina Kushina. You're lying. Why don't you just say that you like my brother? Asked Liz. I would be telling a lie if I said I liked him, because I don't, said Kushina. That is true, we don't like him, we love him. Yelled Ina Kushina. Keep lying to yourself, then, I know you like him, said Liz as she looked at her brother. You know, son, this is a party, said Sasuke. I know that, father, but I almost cost my teammate her life during our mission, and I don't want to lose any of my friends, said Fugaku. Fugaku, I read the report. You are not at fault. You were up against a S-rank ninja, said Naruto. Hokage-sama, with all due respect, I don't care what the report says. It is my fault that your daughter almost said Fugaku. Fugaku, how many times do I have to tell you? You don't have to call me Hokage. I am your godfather, after all. Call me Naruto, said Naruto as Liz and Kushina walked up. Brother, you are taking this way too hard. He was a S-ranked ninja and you're still a genin. You can't be expected to win. Luckily, Neji-sensei was there, said Liz as she placed her hands on her hips. Besides, Fugaku-kun, it was only a scratch, said Kushina. Yeah, a scratch. Were it 1/4 inch deeper, would have cut the major artery to your brain, said Fugaku as he glared at Kushina. Fine, then. Tomorrow, we will do some training, said Sasuke. Thank you, father, said Fugaku as he bowed to his father. At that very moment, Sakura realized something. I have seen this before, thought Sakura. She turned toward the house, and there she saw them. Standing in the doorway were the younger versions of themselves. I see you finally noticed them, forehead, whispered Ino as Sasuke spoke up again. But tonight, we have some fun, said Sasuke. Yes, father, said Fugaku. Suddenly, a water balloon went off on top of each of their heads. They looked up to see the 4 boys standing in the tree smirking, another water balloon in each hand. I am going to get you brats, yelled Kushina as she disappeared in a yellow flash and reappeared at the base of the tree. She grabbed the tree and started shaking it so hard that it started to bend. Every man for himself, yelled Altair as the 4 boys jumped down from the tree. I am not letting you get away, said Kushina before she made 4 shadow clones and began chasing the boys. Dad, help us, yelled the boys. Both Sasuke and Naruto laughed as Liz wrung water out her ponytail. Her brother just watched as Kushina chased the boys around the backyard, causing everyone to laugh. When that was over, the image of their past self disappeared. Get up, yelled an Anbu as they dragged Dano Haruno through the prison and up to the Hokage office. As they pushed him into the room, he noticed that the Hokage wasn't there. He knew that the Hokage was a man named Naruto Namikaze, summoner of the demon foxes. Instead, there was a woman with pink hair. Leave us, said the woman as the Anbu left. So you are Dano Haruno? Yes, I am. Are you a Haruno? Asked Dano. Or are you one of Aomori? Both, said the woman. She still hadn't turned to face the man. My dad was a Haruno and my mom was an Aomori. Well, at least you're a Haruno, even if you have that dirt in your blood, said Dano. It seems that you must be a pretty high-ranking ninja. You'd have to be in order to use the Hokage's office. So what if I am a high-ranking ninja in this village? What do you want with me, anyway? My father and mother broke all ties with you and your clan war, said the woman. How come I am speaking to you? Where is your father? Asked Dano. They are both S. I was their only child, said the woman. Now tell me, what do you want with me? Fine, Dano conceded. I want your help to destroy the Aomori clan. No, the woman said firmly. Your war has nothing to do with me. Oh, but it does. The Aomori clan will hunt you down and kill you in order to have the Haruno blood be killed off. They now lead the grass village, said Dano. So what do you think your Hokage will do when they ask for you and threaten war if he doesn't hand you over to them? Suddenly, the woman started laughing. Oh, I know that will never happen, said the woman. To stop a war, he would hand over a single ninja, no matter how strong of a ninja you are. Asked Dano. No, the Hokage wouldn't do anything like that, even to his enemy, let alone his wife, said the woman as she turned to face the man. The Hokage is your husband? Asked a wide-eyed Dano. Yes, my name is Sakura Namikaze, said Sakura. I am head medical ninja and I can summon foxes just like my husband. So there is no way in hell that he will hand me over to anyone. You, on the other hand, are a different story. I thought you said that he wouldn't hand over anyone, including his enemies, said Dano. Well, normally he wouldn't, but the thing is that you almost killed our daughter, so both he and I are half tempted to kill you ourselves, said Sakura. Wait, that blonde-haired girl with pink highlights is the daughter of the Hokage? Asked Dano as a feeling of dread came over him. Yes, her name is Kushina and she is my and Naruto-kun's daughter, said Sakura. Okay, then if you won't help me let me go, it won't take long for the Aomori clan's hunter nin to hunt me down. Let me get a head start on 'em, said Dano. The door opened, and a blonde-haired man walked in. He threw the Hokage robes over his shoulders before putting on the hat. Too late. We have a grass Junin, and the leader of the grass village is on the way here right now, said the man who had to be Naruto Namikaze. Then let me go, exclaimed Dano. Oh, you are going nowhere but to your death, said a female grass ninja. She had pink hair and wore a Junin uniform, however, the vest was blood red. Ah, Jin Aomori, what an unpleasant surprise, said Dano. And Montaro Aomori, well, the gang's all here. Shut up, you Haruno filth, said Montaro Aomori. Montaro, hold your tongue, we are in front of the Hokage, said Jin. I am sorry, Lord Hokage, my younger brother sometimes acts out. That's okay, said Naruto. Now what brings you here to Konoha? Simple, we wish to take our ninja home, said Jin. I am just wondering how you got word so fast that we had him, said Naruto. We were only a day behind him, said Montaro. We will also need that dirty half-blood Haruno standing there, so that we can kill the last of the Harunos. In a flash of gold, Naruto disappeared. Soon, Montaro was pinned against the wall with a kunai pressed against his tea so hard that blood was flowing down. Never, ever speak about my wife like that ever again. You understand? Growled Naruto. Jin's and Montaro's eyes widened. So this Haruno is your wife? Asked Jin as she looked at Sakura. Yes, and if you try to do anything to her or our family, I will hunt you down and kill you all, said Naruto before removing his kunai from Montaro's tea. He then disappeared back into his chair. I am so sorry that my brother insulted your wife. It is our honor that our first cousin is married to the Hokage. However, we will still need Dano Haruno, said Jin. Well, I am afraid that isn't happening any time soon. You see, he almost killed one of our ninja, said Naruto. Surely there is room to talk about this, said Jin Aomori. Did I not say that the ninja he almost killed is my daughter? Asked Naruto. I see. Well, please make up your mind quickly. I will be staying until I see that Haruno S, said Jin Aomori. Well, you're welcome to stay, but I haven't made up my mind, said Naruto. I'll wait to hear from you, said Jin as she and Montaro walked out. Jin, we have to kill all the Harunos. It was our father's last order, said Montaro. Little brother, you are the biggest idiot I have ever seen. Dano will S, that is for sure. Sakura is another story. She is not a Haruno anymore, she is a Namikaze. It would be foolish to do anything. Our clan was almost destroyed by the Harunos. What do you think will happen if we went up against the Namikazes? Asked Jin. We would be ked, said Montaro. Ked? No, we would be said like animals. So we will do nothing to Sakura, understood? Asked Jin. Understood, but we can't let that clan live on, said Montaro. It won't. The clan will end when the last male S, and that is Dano Haruno. Now I want you to go out explore the village, find out about the Namikazes. We need to know how he thinks, ordered Jin. Yes, sister, said Montaro. I thank you, said Dano. Don't thank me, said Naruto. I haven't decided what I am going to do with you, said Naruto. He then yelled, Anbu. Yes, Lord Hokage, said an Anbu as they appeared. Take him back to his cell, said Naruto as they told Dano back to his cell. Sakura-chan, I don't know what I am going to do. I don't want to send a man to his death, but I don't really want to piss of the grass ninja. Naruto-kun, I can't tell you what to do, but I am just saddened that I am related to those three people, said Sakura. Sakura-chan, you can't control who you are related to, but I will tighten security around our kids. I don't want anything to happen to them, said Naruto. Also, I think Sakura should be at your side until we solve this problem. Fine. Well, I better be going. Temari is watching sire, said Sakura as she kissed her husband goodbye and walked out the door. I have a bad feeling about this, thought Naruto. X. It didn't take long for Montaro Aomori to find a prime source of information. So the Namikaze has 2 daughters and 2 sons. He can also summon foxes and turn into one, said Montaro. Yes, that is correct, said Chusa Akamaiki as he sat down across from Grass Ninja. He also protected my son's mare. Makes sense, considering he has a Haruno for a wife, said Montaro. Really? How so? Asked Chusa. Well, the Haruno clan in the grass village ruled over the other clans until we rebelled and killed all but the last 2, said Montaro. Chusa's eyes widened. So the Haruno clan is a bunch of elite snobs, just like the Namikaze clan. Asked Chusa. I don't know about the Namikazes, but yes, said Montaro. It makes perfect sense. They are both from elite, power-hungry clans, and together, they form a perfect evil clan, said Chooser. I guess so, said Montero as he drank some more, thinking, this guy is the biggest fool I have ever seen. He doesn't know that we were the elite clan, and they tried to rebel against us. We are on a hunt to destroy them. I have to tell the other clans about this. We have to stop the Namakazes, said Chooser. He ran off as fast as his old legs would take him. Meanwhile, Sakura appeared outside the Nara compound. She walked up to the door and knocked. Come on in, Sakura, said Temari before Sakura opened the door. She walked in to find Temari standing in the kitchen, putting away some dishes. Through the kitchen window, Sakura could see Saya playing with the other parents' little kids. They had set up a program a long time ago. Each weekday, one of the parents would take off from work to watch the kids. So did everything go well? Asked Sakura. Yeah, everything went fine. It's your turn to watch the kids tomorrow, right? Asked Temari. Yes, it is, said Sakura. Where is Shikamaru? I thought you two had the day off today. Yeah, but Chooser came by ranting about your clan and something about how evil the Harunos were in the grass village, said Temari. He went to set him straight. I swear, Chooser is crazy. He told Naruto-kun that he wished that we would feel the pain of losing a child for ourselves, said Sakura. Temari's eyes narrowed. He said that? Asked Temari. Yes, I know one can never get over the death of a child, but to wish it on another parent, said Sakura. That is low and downright dirty, said Temari. Well, I am going to take Saya home, said Sakura. That's fine, said Temari. Sakura walked outside. Mommy, yelled Saya as she ran toward her mother. Sakura bent down and hugged her daughter. Did you have fun today? Asked Sakura. Yeah, Ray and I played ninja and beat the boys, said Saya. So are you ready to go home? Asked Sakura. Sure, said Saya as she turned around and waved goodbye to her friends before leaving with her mom. Chooser, you are crazy, said Neji. The council members, minus Sasuke, Inoki, and Naruto, sat in Chooser's living room. Neji, I am not crazy. It all makes sense. The Harunos are evil and elite, just like the Namakazes, said Chooser. Chooser, you are basing everything on information you got from a grass ninja who is from the enemy clan of the Harunos. So he is biased, said Shikamaru. Shikamaru, I am hurt. I am like a father to you. How can you not believe me? Asked Chooser. I am looking at the facts. You want to get back at Naruto and Sakura for protecting Ino and Sasuke, said Shikamaru. Never speak the names of those 2 milliseconds in my house, yelled Chooser. Chooser, I was lead investigator of that incident. Ino and Sasuke are innocent, said Shikamaru. How can you say that? Asked Chooser. Shiked your best friend. He was like a brother to you. How could you betray him like this? Chooser, you are the one who betrayed him, said Neji. How can you say that? I love my son, cried Chooser. I found my uncle's journal. In it, he says that you and he had a meeting on how to kill Sasuke. The goal was to kill Sasuke, and then Hiashi would keep his spot as council head. You would get a chance for Ino to marry your son, instead of the man she loves, said Neji. She doesn't love him, yelled Chooser. 5 kids and 13 years of happy marriage. Seems like she loves him to me, said Rin Mitarashi. You can't be siding with them, Rin. We have been friends for years, said Chooser to the female leader of the Mitarahi clan. Chooser, I have seen how you have changed since your son's death. You see things that are not there, said Rin. Chooser looked around the room. It will take more than the words of a grass ninja to turn me against my students, said Kakashi. I will not turn against my sensei based on your wild theories, said Morino. I have known Naruto and Sakura since I was in school. I know what you say is a lie, said Konohamaru. My wife has also told me stories about what your clan members do to the Uchiha and Namikaze kids. If anything, you are the evil ones. I agree. They gave free housing to the mist refugees, and gave so much to the poor of this village, said Morino. They have helped my clan develop better ways to track. So your remarks are pointless, said Kiba. What do you want, anyway? So far, all you've been rambling on about is the evils that they do. We need to vote to remove the Namakazes and the Uchihas from the council, and the Namikaze needs to be removed from the Hokage's office, said Chooser. The other council members looked at him. You can't be serious, said Kakashi. I am. No, said Kakashi. Hell no. You will not have my clan's backing, said Kiba. I think there is no one outside of your clan who would support you, said Minuto. He is the best Hokage we have ever had. Same goes from my clan. My clan loves the Hokage, said Konohamaru. Chooser, you are like another father to me, but this makes me ashamed of you, said Shikamaru. You were the one who sent your son to your death, and I think you should be charged with that. So no, said Neji. Chooser looked at the only member who hadn't spoken, Rin Mitarashi. Old friend, I have to agree with the younger generations on this one. You are acting like a fool, and I would like to see if what Neji said is true. If it is, I will put it to a vote to remove you from the council seat, said the female leader of the Mitarashi clan. You are all blind, yelled Chooser. No, you are blind, you don't see the truth. You are the one who sent your own son to S, who is seeing the best Hokage we have ever had as a monster. You haven't even let Ino, whom you consider a daughter, pay her respect to her teammate, who was like a brother to her. You are so sad, said Shikamaru. Chooser lowered his head. So I am left alone to stand against a monster, said Chooser. The council members started to leave. You know, I am happy that my father isn't alive to see how far his best friend has fallen, said the last council member to leave, Shikamaru. I will prove them all wrong and save the village, thought Chooser. Shikamaru kept walking until he got home. Hello little boy, said Temari, who was sitting in the backyard, helping Shika play a game of chess against Tora, one of his older sisters. Hello troublesome woman, said Shikamaru as he sat down on one of the sideboard in between two of his kids. One of the troublesome parts of being part of a family of genius ninja was that games of chess always went long. Shikamaru looked around to see where his other kids were at. He saw Teruho and Tamika in the pen where the Nara clan kept their newborn deer, feeding them. Those two seemed to have a natural gift in understanding the deer that his clan raised. All four of his daughters were so much like their mother, both physically and in personality. The only things they got from him were his intelligence, lazy altitude, and love of watching clouds. Unlike her sisters, who all had their mother's blonde hair, Emi had his black hair. Shikamaru looked toward a tree and smiled at the sight of Emi leaning up against a tree, sound asleep. All around her were books and scrolls, and her fan was sitting across her lap. Yeah, she fell asleep about an hour ago while she was looking over scrolls, said Temari. She then whispered a hint for a move into her son's ear. He kept looking at his sleeping daughter. He couldn't help but think back to 8 years before, when his Emi was a 4-year-old girl. Flashback. Shikamaru was sitting on his living room couch, reading over some papers. Temari was sleeping in the next room. She had given birth to 3 beautiful, identical girls only a week before. Luckily for everyone, since the kids were from the Nara clan, they liked to sleep a lot. Shikamaru felt something tugging on his hair. He looked up, and he saw that his eldest daughter, Emi, had somehow gotten behind him, and was playing with his hair by tying it into small ponytails. I am sorry if I am troublesome, Daddy. I just thought you need a new hairdo, said Emi. Shikamaru smiled. Emi, you are never too troublesome, said Shikamaru. He leaned back so that Emi could reach more of his hair. End flashback. So did you set Chooser straight? Asked Temari. I hope so. He wanted us to vote to remove Naruto from the Hokage's office, along with his and Sasuke's council spot, said Shikamaru. Every single council member said that he was crazy, and Rin actually said she would vote to remove him from the council. Well, he needs to go, if what Sakura told me is true, said Temari. Shikamaru looked at his wife before they leaned toward each other. Temari told him what Sakura told her. He said that. Asked Shikamaru. If what Naruto told Sakura is true, and you know that he can't lie to her because of that seal thing, said Temari. I have to tell them about the meeting we had with Chooser. We may have to keep a closer eye on him, said Shikamaru. Go, but dinner will be ready in an hour, said Temari. Shikamaru got up and left his house. It only took a few minutes to reach Naruto's house. He knocked on the door. When it opened, he found Naruto and Sakura, along with all the council members, minus Chooser, already there. Well, looks like everyone is here now, said Kiba. I assume you are here to tell Naruto about what Chooser said, said Kakashi. That, and to tell him he should tighten up security around his family if what Sakura told Temari is true, said Shikamaru. The council members looked at Sakura. Naruto told me that Chooser wished that our daughter had S on her mission, so that we would feel the pain of losing a child, explained Sakura. All the other council members looked at her and Naruto. Yeah, he said that just the other day, said Naruto. That's it. Wishing for someone to lose a child is horrible. At the next council meeting, I will put in a bill to have him be removed from the council. Who is with me? Asked Rin. She looked around the room. Slowly, everyone raised their hands. It's settled, then, at the meeting next week, I will raise the issue, and we will vote. Fine, said Naruto. Oh, and don't worry about us. I have already tightened security around us because the Aomori are in town. What do you plan to do about the Haruno sitting in jail? Asked Neji. I don't know yet. I may just let him go and tell the Aomori a few hours later, or I may just K him so they leave, said Naruto. Well, whatever it is, we will support your choice, said Inoki. Everyone nodded in agreement. They said the goodbyes and left. This isn't good, Sakura-chan. We have one of our own clans out for blood, and we are caught in a war between two enemy clans that don't even belong to this village. To make it all worse, I can't shake the feeling that Itachi is planning this all out, said Naruto. Yeah, I think Montaro or Jin had contact with Itachi. That's the only way for them to get here the day after we got a hold of him. The odds are too big for there not to be someone behind the scenes pulling the strings, said Sakura. Maybe it's Kankuro, joked Naruto, trying to lighten the mood. I'm serious here, Naruto-kun, said Sakura. We could be in mortal danger. Well, Sakura-chan, whatever it is, began Naruto. We will face it together, finished Sakura. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.